Okay, we're back. We're going to do part 2 of our front end suspension rebuild today. We're going to go ahead and take care of the lower pillow ball. It's going to be a lot quicker and easier than the upper pillow ball was yesterday. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Once again, we have the SOAR TD1R. This is the e-buggy, but what we're going to do is we're going to work on the bottom suspension ball, the lower pillow ball. And that'll be the same whether you're driving the electric or nitro version of a buggy or truggy. So I'm going to go ahead and get this disassembled, and then we'll get the lower pillow ball apart and get her cleaned up. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the retaining nut. It's a 5mm hex. And we're going to screw that off. And out came the bushing. Okay, so there's our nut. And here's the bushing that holds the nut up against the ball. The bushing just provides a, a nice smooth surface for the ball to rotate inside of the steering block. And then the ball is inside of the steering block, can't come out the back. Okay, so the ball just comes out the front where the retaining nut was. Ta-da, there's our bottom pillow ball. We're going to go ahead and clean that up. Same process as our upper pillow ball. We're going to go ahead and use cordless drill because it's handy. Green Scotch-Brite. Just going to scuff off some of the, if there are any burrs or nicks on here. Gonna use the Scotch-Brite is just going to knock off any of the rough spots. Mother's aluminum polish. It's going to make it pretty. The ball feels nice and smooth. Again, you don't need a lot of the mothers, just a little bit. You can use microfiber towel as well. Those cost more, so I use the blue towels for this, you know, kind of dirty work or disposable work. All right, there is one nice shiny pillow ball, nice and smooth. And just like with the upper pillow ball, we do want to put a little bit of dry lubricant on there. I'm going to use our little graphite powder. Dry lubricant, graphite. Or just leave the pillow ball dry rather than use any kind of grease or anything wet or sticky. About out of this, I think. Just going to spin the ball in the graphite. Okay, there she is. One clean, smooth, polished pillow ball. I'm going to stick that back into the steering block. And we've got our bushing. Bushing kind of has a little bit of a glaze to it. There's no scratches or scuffs in it, so that's good. The glaze is fine. That makes it allow the ball to rotate freely. Okay, so we're going to throw the retaining nut on there. And there is there's two ways to put this on, so just please make sure that you put the recessed side in. It's going to set on the shoulder of the bushing. It's going to keep everything lined up. You want to make sure you just keep the threads lined up when you put these retaining nuts in. It's easier to start them by hand once they've been in. First time's a little trickier. You have to make the threads, but after that, just make sure you get them in there straight. You don't want to cross thread them. Okay, so putting this together the first time after having it apart, I just kind of snug it in there, get the retainer in there nice and straight, get the nut threaded, make sure the ball's pushed in there all the way. Okay, so we're in there tight. Kind of get the ball seated. And now if I tighten it to where the ball won't drop on its own with gravity, and that's it's a little bit too tight. But what we're going for is allowing the ball to drop on its own, but not much looser than that. So okay, so we got the front end figured out. We got it back together. Everything's cleaned up and nice and free. So we'll have nice and smooth suspension once we get out there on the racetrack. So the TD1R cars are awesome, the SOAR cars. So check out Speed Bull USA. Get yourself a kit, get her put together, come to a racetrack. But really, whatever it is that you're doing with RC, keep on doing it. Hopefully we're able to teach you a few things, or you learn something when you watch a video. At the end of the day, it's all about having a good time and staying with the hobby, keeping it healthy. So hopefully that's what we're able to do for you. So thanks to Speed Bull USA, Cast and Racing. We will see you at a track in the near future. So until then, soar on. We'll see you later. Bye.